Today, I want to speak to the empaths, to the sensitive ones, to the women who feel everything deeply, wholly, often silently, the ones who've been told they're too much or not enough, the ones who walk into a room and absorb its unspoken pain, the ones who carry the emotions of others like they're their own. This episode is for you. Because being an empath is not a flaw. It's not something to fix or tone down. It is a sacred gift, a divine wiring that allows you to touch the invisible, to sense what others cannot, to heal, to feel, to hold light in the darkest places. But this gift is only medicine when it is held in sovereignty. So today, we're going to explore what it means to move from the wounded empath to the empowered intuitive, or what I call the elevated empath, to reclaim your energy, to remember your power, to finally feel safe in your own skin again. So take a deep breath and let yourself land. Place one hand on your heart and one on your belly, and feel the rise and fall of your breath. Let this moment be for you. You've spent so much time feeling for others. Now it's time to feel yourself clearly, lovingly, and deeply. This is your space to remember that you are not here to carry everything. You are here to transform it, to alchemize it, to rise sovereign in your own energy. Let's begin. Hello, lovelies. Hello, and welcome back to the Sovereign Goddess podcast. For those of you who have wandered here the first time, welcome. This is a sacred space to remember who you are. My name is Abigail Mensah-Bonsu. I am an intuitive. I am a divine channel. I am a goddess activator, a master healer, a mama to a Scorpio child, soulfully aligned. This podcast is one of the ways that I share tools, tangible tools that can help you shift and align your life to your own North Node, to your own North Star. So, welcome. Today, we're diving into empaths. I don't know if you know, but I do have a membership group called the Elevated Empath, and we meet twice a month. I share, I teach them tools that help them to step into the true power of what an empath is supposed to be, to take them from overwhelmed to empowered, to take them from giving away their power to fully into anchored into themselves, into their own deep well, right? There's so much that I teach them there, from clearance to activations to alignment, but the most important part of this group is helping empath to not suffer anymore, to not carry all the burden anymore. So I hope, if you're an empath, this episode is for you. Like, I'm calling all the empaths, the intuitives, those who can feel the energy around them. They can dive into the waves of frequency. You know who I'm talking about. If this is you, welcome. This is for you. So I took notes so I don't forget anything. Like I said, this was inspired in our call this week and in Elevated Empath. And, just watching these women, I mean, I started this group about a year and a half ago. And was it a year and a half ago or 2 years ago? And I've watched these women come in and grow, like where they are right now. Like it makes me so proud. I like the proud mama here. Like they get to go out in the world and they get to own it, all of it, just feeling and knowing who they are, but also having the tools to battle, to face whatever challenges come through. Like that, it, it's so beautiful to be able to hold space and empower empaths, because I've seen so many empaths, and I continue to when I step into the world, hiding, not because they want to hide, but because they're in overwhelm. I was just talking to a dear friend yesterday about, because she loves to wear black, and I was telling, talking about the what the frequency of black means, and why certain people, especially in the mystery teachings, wear black. And somehow we ended up on the topics for emos, what the emo children, basically those who are dressed in all black, like. And as we were talking, I was like, oh my gosh, these kids are so overwhelmed that they've created this, by wearing black, they've created this impenetrable shield that basically makes them invisible. That's what black does. I mean, it's the ultimate shield, hence why it is used in magic a lot. People who are doing certain magic will wear all black because it does protect you so much that it renders you invisible to everything else. Like, yeah. So I was like, these kids are so overwhelmed that they've created this impenetrable shield around them that nothing can get through, nothing can go in or out. And it's made them even invisible. And that is a cry for, hey, I'm overwhelmed. And I was telling her, I was like, if only we were trained to see this, and that we could actually teach them the tools to not feel as overwhelmed, to not be the sponge in this container of energy, right? Most empaths are just sponges. And that's the reason, the reason why empaths like to stay in their own bubble. They like to stay away from crowds, because when they step in there, they just soak it all up. Now, we'll go more into into those things, because that's the wounded empath. The wounded empath carries other people's suffering. Oh, do I know about that. Let me tell you something. Okay, let me tell you a little bit. So when I was younger, okay, first of all, my first gift that came online was the healer. And with the healer comes the empath. I feel like the empathic gift and being a healer, it comes together in a way, right? Like you need the empathic tool in the healer. Like I don't know. Let me know. What do you think about that? So from the womb, I started by healing my mother, and it was very interesting because I always knew this, and it wasn't until she talked about it. Like, and I was like, oh, I was not imagining this. I really was doing this. But even when I was growing up, I remember with my friends, my neighbor friends, the kids who would get sick, I would pray that the divine will give me whatever is making them sick, because I knew I could handle it, and then let them feel better. And I would usually, it's like I would be in the same room with them. I would fall sick. They would get better, and I'll still be sick. And I'm just smiling because I know exactly what happened, right? I took it on. Nobody told me that or taught me that I didn't need to do that, that I could have just been the channel of healing for them. I didn't need to take it on. And that's the thing. So, in my elevated empath membership, one of the things that I say is the difference between a wounded empath and an elevated or compassionate empath is that the wounded empath, when they see someone suffering, they go and, so let's say suffering, I'll say suffering is boots, right? It's like the boots of that person. They go and put on the boots and walk in their boots so that so they completely take it on, embody it, right? So they are in the fullness of the other person's suffering, to the point of even taking it from them, thinking that that will actually what help them out. Just like with mine, it's like, let me take on the sickness because I can handle it, and then let them be free, let them feel better so they can play more, so they can be happier, right? But going back to compassionate, so wounded healers, that they see the suffering, they put it on, whether it's a shirt or boot, I'm taking it on, right? I feel it. You're set free. I'll hold the burden for you. I will hold the suffering for you. And it's not just holding, right? Like it's like I'm gonna take it for you. And then you just be free. And then a compassionate empath is the one who sees it, who sees the burden, who sees the suffering, and then steps into, like, it's like I'm gonna say she, okay. She understands the suffering, but she also understands that this is a journey that each person is here to take. We all have our own suffering, right? We all have our own challenges. And it is by moving through these challenges that we grow so fully, right? So the compassionate empath understands that. She knows that she doesn't need to take anything from someone else to set them free. That does not work, actually, right? And so what she does is that she becomes a conduit for divine light, and she just beams that light to the other person, or the person who's experiencing challenges or suffering. And the other person's higher self will receive whatever they need and then just take it from there. And that is more than enough. Actually, that is what we should be doing as empaths. So this is another analogy here. When you take on, I guess it's not even an analogy, but when you take someone's suffering away from them, you are taking a big piece of the puzzle from them, something that will help them move forward. And so I don't know if you've noticed this. If you're someone who is aware, because there's a lot of empaths who are not even aware of this, and they're just going around picking it all up, picking it all up. And they wonder why they feel so heavy, while the energetic body is so bogged down, while their mental body is just like their mental health is, yeah, you're taking it all in, you're not even aware of it. So if you're aware of it, if you're aware of this, I wonder, when you realize that you take something that, someone's suffering or pain from them, what happens? If you know this, they get stuck. They don't get to move forward because they need that piece that you've taken in order for them to move forward. It's like a puzzle piece they need to complete their own puzzle, and you're holding on to that. You're like, oh, let me just hold this for you. And they might not know, right? Not everybody's aware of this, so they're like, yeah, here, take my pain, take this. And then they're like, why can I move forward? Why hasn't anything changed? Because the puzzle piece that you need to allow this transformation to occur is not with you anymore. So one of the first things that I teach empaths in my elevated empath membership, first of all, is reclaiming your energy back to you. So calling back your energy, and we'll talk about that when we get to the affirmation section. Calling back your energy, and then sending all that you've taken from people, sending it back to them with love. And saying, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I didn't know. Nobody taught me. I thought I was doing good. But this whole time I was holding something that you needed in order to expand, to grow, to move forward. I am sorry. So I'm giving it back to you, engulfed in unconditional love, blessed. But I give it back to you. I know that I no longer need to hold this heaviness. I don't need to hold this for you. I only need to hold my own. I need to hold my own light. I am the conduit of healing light, of divine grace. And that is what I'm here to give out. I'm here to hold my own challenges, my own fear, my own pain, my own suffering. And I can figure my own out, just as I know that you can. Here's the thing: when we just simply allow, or when we simply bless others in their suffering, in their pain, what is it? We're giving them a gift of figuring it out so they can move forward, so that they can break through the challenge, so that they can they can grow. So they can grow. We're all here to grow soulfully. Everything we move through is part of our soul's university for us, right? So us as compassionate elevated empaths. We simply understand that we are the conduit of that transformation, of that healing, of that light. And we just send that to them and allow they and their higher self and their team to move forward from there. We bless their path. We bless them. We bless their minds, their hearts. Their higher selves will take the reins from there. They will take what they need, right? So from there, for a huge chunk of my life, that's what I did. I took on other people's pain and I took it on with pride because it was strength. I was able to hold that. I was able to hold that. Here's the thing. I kind of chuckled a little bit because the more you do that, guess where the weight ends up being? It ends up landing in your physical body. It might manifest as weight gain. It might manifest as chronic pain. It might manifest as like celiac disease, autoimmune diseases, right? It ends up landing in the physical body and it ends up causing us problems. It causes us dis-ease because it wasn't even ours to take on. And mine, it showed up as weight gain. And even now, even now, one of the ways my body tells me that I'm doing that without even realizing is that my stomach physically will start getting bigger when I take on things that are not mine. And sometimes, it happens. Even for me, I've been doing this work for how long? I teach this work. It still happens because we're human. We're human. It does happen. We have compassion, especially when you see a child suffering. It's like automatic. Your heart just reach out, right? It's like, oh my God, no, no, sweet boys, no, sweet girl, right? Let me take that. You don't have to suffer. But we don't have to do that. We don't have to do that. So it took me a long time to learn to learn not to do that. And it probably wasn't until I met my first spiritual teacher, the shaman. She's the one who helped me to land in my body and actually understand and sort through the energies that were in there and what is mine and what is not mine and how to release it and how to bring down more of me. Because the more I released what was in me, what is not mine, I made space for who I am to really come in. It was such a beautiful process and it took years, and I still do this. Each day I'm still releasing what is not mine and anchoring more of my light into my being. It gets better and better and better, right? I'm going to bring through light language to support all my empaths here. And what this light language is going to do is going to do, let's see, first it's going to clear your energy field. We're going to remove all that debris, anything that you've picked up on. And I want you to be conscious of this, okay? I want you to be conscious of this if you're listening to this. As you're listening to the light language, drop into that compassion and say, I release all that I've picked up that is not even mine. And I send it back to whoever I picked it up from with grace, with compassion, with heart. I release it. And now I call back to me all of my power. And I'll remind you as I'm bringing through the light language. So the first part is going to be clearing your energy field. Second part, you're going to be calling back your energy. And then the third part, we're going to be reinforcing your sovereign, your sovereign container. We're going to be reinforcing that and filling it with more of your light. So you can be a clear channel for whatever it is that you're here to share with the world. I'll leave that up to you and your higher self. You will know it. You will feel it when the light language is happening. So the other thing I wanted to talk about is this view of empaths or, being called sensitive. Oh, you're too sensitive. Oh, you're too, as if being sensitive means weakness. Being sensitive doesn't mean weakness. Actually, this was like recently where I found myself sitting there because I remember, some of the instances where my mom would be like, "Oh, we didn't tell you immediately because, you're sensitive." And, I've heard that through my life. "Oh, you're sensitive." And I was sitting there, I was like, who told them that being sensitive means weakness, means that I can't handle something? I am strong. For what I navigate through every day, that takes courage, that takes strength, that takes a superpower. So I want us to convert that. If you've always thought of your sensitivity as weakness, I'm telling you right now, let's shift that. Your sensitivity is a strength. Your sensitivity is a superpower. We just live in a world where most people are shut down. We live in a world where most people are shut down. And here you are, gifting the world and showing the world how to feel, telling the world not to forget to feel, that our feelings are just as important as our logical mind. Our sensitivity is our strength and also our superpower. That is your superpower. Imagine you have a cape and we have that S at the back of it standing for superpower and strength and sensitivity. Okay. I'm putting that cape on all of you. Okay. I think I talked a little bit about this. Moving from the wounded to an empowered empath is knowing what energy is yours and what is not yours. You're not here to carry other people's burdens, other people's suffering, other people's pain. I know you want to. Trust me, I do. But it's not going to do them any good. You are robbing them when you do that. You are robbing them when you take their pain, when you take their suffering. That's not what you're here to do. You are here to illuminate and radiate in that compassionate light, to bless your paths, to bless your challenges. That is the key. When you send them the light, that divine light, it holds the key that they need to unlock whatever challenge they're moving through. And of course, it is their choice to want to unlock it and move forward or not. That we have no control over that. So I know you've come into contact with people that you've tried to help and they don't want to do anything. That is okay too. That is their path. We got to respect that. We got to respect that. That is an empowered empath. You have to respect people's paths. You have to you have to respect people's choices and their energy, their sovereign energy. Their soul knows what they're doing. We have to trust that, just like we have to trust our own journey. So, your superpowers as an empath, our superpowers as an empath. We are emotional translators. We are emotional translators. You can step into the energy of an empath and they know exactly how you're feeling. They just know it. They can feel it too, right? You just know it. They don't even have to say anything, you just know it. By knowing that you can also help them understand their own emotions and the gift behind that emotion. We have the ability to read the energy field or auras of others and also learn to discern. This is something that is lacking, especially in the social media world, where someone can show up and have all these flashy like pictures and videos, and it can be like an illusion where you create this whole story about this person and you put them on a pedestal. And there's so many people that I've worked with and they're like, "Oh yeah, I thought this person was gonna do that for me, but then it just fell short." And I always ask them, what did your intuition tell you when you saw them, when you read their posts, when you saw their picture. And most of them were like, well, I didn't feel like we were aligned, but what they were saying, like, that's what I wanted. So that's why I stepped in. I'm like, you should have listened to your intuition. You can feel it and you can discern in this day and age where we have so many tools that can create illusion. Empaths, you have the gift of seeing the truth, going beyond the words, going beyond what is being shown to you, and actually seeing the truth. We talked about this in our call on Monday with the elevated empath. You have the ability to see the truth and discern from there. When I choose people, whether it's a coach or joining mentorship, or like, I don't care what they write down. When I look at that person, I can feel it. If we're going to be aligned or not, if they're going to be able to teach me what I'm needing or not, if they have the energetic capacity to even hold that space of transformation for me. I can tell all of that. I am so used to looking beyond the words, even in my daily life, talking to people. I was telling my students, I was like, for me, when someone steps into my energy field, it's an open book. Doesn't matter what they're saying to me, their energy tells me the story. A book opens up and I see it like a video. So it's like, you can't lie to me. Like, I can feel it before you even open your mouth. I can feel the truth. We are attuned to the truth. We are attuned to the truth. Yeah, I want you to just take that in. And we also have the healing presence. Remember, I was talking about that, the healing light. And we're here to anchor that light, that divine light. This is why it's so important for empaths to be a clear channel. But it's also the reason why we're being challenged in the opposite. Empaths learn the opposite so we can be stronger channels for the divine light and healing. And I'm hoping that, especially with my group Elevated Empath, that more empaths come in there and learn these tools so that they can step more into the energy, because this is how we change our world rapidly. An empath can step into a room and transmute and shift the energy like that without saying a word. We are powerful. We are so powerful. So, I don't know about you. I hope you've been feeling this energy, but let's go ahead and let's prepare to receive some yummy light to support us. Remember, we first, the light language is going to clear, then it's going to bring your energy back to you, and then it's going to fill you or reinforce your sovereign container, your auric field, your energetic field around you. We'll reinforce it and fill it with more of who you are. So with that said, let's begin. Haritik erosoromoitia ratiara nahat ea ratoromoitia shiart haidera nakara. Take a deep breath in and out. I want you to place one hand on your heart, the left hand on your heart, right hand on your stomach. Breathe into your being. And in this moment, give this moment to yourself and just let go of all the to do, let go of all the worry, and just simply be present with yourself in this moment. Take a deep breath in. I want you to go ahead and bring into your heart, call into your heart your higher self. You're gonna call into all of your hearts your higher self to be fully present. And I'm asking your higher selves to come in with your empathic self. So you will see your empathic self also show up. I want you to pay attention to what age she is. Just simply observe, okay? She's here to receive. She's gonna be the one receiving this healing, right? Take a deep breath in. Horishi arata ayenik era no koromoya. Are shoromo koro sorokoro korea. Allow both of them to enter into your heart and be engulfed in that sacred light within your heart. And as you breathe in that oxygen within yourself, within your heart, see this light get bigger and bigger. And now we're going to anchor the light from the Divine Father above, bring it down through your crown, let it anchor into your heart, and then continue down, anchoring into the earth. And again, now bring your awareness to the earth and receive that same pillar of light, this time from the Divine Mother. Bring it all the way up, bring it into your heart, let it anchor, and then continue out and let it spew out all around you. Now bring your awareness back into your heart and allow those two light, the divine lights, to mix in with your own light within your heart. And when it does, it's like this super superpower, like this starlight, this supernova light within your heart, and it expands out and it begins to radiate first through your body. And what I'm seeing is going through each of the cells in your body and is beginning to extract all the pieces that you've been taking on. We're going all the way back. We're going to be removing all of that with your permission. If you're ready to release it, go ahead and say yes. Taras ek e shoromoro mokia. Taras aidiar da kia doro mokoro. Doros shori ak aridia. Doros ak et es or op oria nikiar daya. Moro soriara naya dia. Taras ayaria. It's going to move outward now, rippling outward, moving into your emotional body, into your mental body, moving into your spiritual body, energetic body. And just going to pull all that is not yours, all that doesn't belong to you, that you've taken on, that you did not know whether you were conscious about it or not conscious about it, that you are ready to release. I hope you are ready to release, let it go. And I ask your beautiful guides to come in and wrap each and every one of these pieces with divine love and send it back to wherever it came from. Fill it with the most blessing and send it back to wherever it came from. Moromo shidiara daria koroshurumo koroshiaria diarandoko me shiarata yar duk oront oya te shirati naya dea oro shoromo koya teres ek e shor omoya. Take a deep breath in and out. Breathe into that spaciousness. I'm seeing for some of you there's still that release going on. Don't worry, it will continue until it's done. And as you are making space, we're gonna call in your energy back to you. We're gonna call in all your power back to you. We're gonna call in all your light back to you. Wherever you misplaced your energy or gave it away, calling it all back to you now. I ask that it be cleansed and cleared before it re-enters your energy field now. I'm calling in beloved Archangel Michael to come and assist with each and every one of us in this. I'm also seeing the violet flame moving through. I'm seeing this blue flame, it's like this wild blue fiery flame, and then interwoven with that violet flame, just moving through all of our cells and in all of our energy field. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Are kiara sat erana mokoro shotor mukorieti areatia areatia randa etia nok orishitia marataira marataia mare shurumokoria naetia morokoshitia nare het era nak arohoro moia. Bere shitu guru ishitiara takayara oro. Maniat is era nak area. Moro nos ormo. Noros norum. Sini streams of all of your energy, your power coming back to you. And of course, it's been cleansed and purified before entering into the sacred space that is Yukuri Shiharana Oro Noro Nokoria, that is Aaron Haria Koro, reinforcing your sovereign field, your energetic field now. Ori Shidian, I'm seeing your guides creating that golden circle of light around you. Toro Sukoriana, and you can see that light from your heart getting bigger and bigger and just like more powerful, creating an impenetrable shield around you. As you're listening today, I want you to repeat this mantra. I call back to me now all my power. I am whole. I am complete. I call back to me now all my light. I am whole. I am complete. I call back to me now all my power. I am whole. I am complete. Oro sudokoria. Darasanaye kiara tokoro mochiararia. Darasukoria shitina sariara. I call back to me now all of my light. I am whole. I am complete. Yerayeto. Morini siara takera starsunumoro. Moro moria shiaratia ratia roto. Muk at ea. Open up to receive the light. Open up to receive the light. Open up to receive the light. It is safe for you to receive the light. It is safe for you to receive the light. It is safe for you to receive the light. Take a deep breath in here and out. Shorokoria tiara nai arande tu koromushia. Darasaya tiara daya dakia. Oria shara nai dia. Are tu kuroso oro nuk oro. Keep breathing, allowing the light to ripple and radiate, that divine light that is you, all you. And remember this, you do not need to carry it all. You only need to carry your light. You do not need to carry it all. You only need to carry your light. You were never meant to drown in the emotions of the world. You were meant to feel the waves and become the tide. To sense what others miss and still rise in your truth. To hold the frequency of compassion without losing yourself in the ache. You are not here to carry it all, my dear. You are here to transform what touches you. To turn sorrow into song, tension into tenderness, and silence into soul wisdom. You are a mirror, a vessel, a sacred frequency keeper. But you must first remember this. You are yours first. You are yours first. You are yours first. Your energy, your peace, your essence, it belongs to you. That is the ikir data mukoria. That is an angaria mukoa. Tend to it. Anchor it. Honor it like the temple it is. The world does not need more empaths who suffer. I repeat, the world does not need more empaths who suffer. It needs empaths who remember their power, who stand rooted in their knowing, who transmit healing just by being whole. And you, my beloved, you already are whole. I am whole, I am complete. I am whole, I am complete. So breathe deeply. Breathe deeply now. Come back to the center. Come back to your center. Let the noise fall away. And remember, you are sovereign. You are sacred. And you are so deeply needed. And we thank you for choosing to feel. Yediaranayedia, Naria Shuru Pokoya Diaradia, Horosod Oia, Arendia Takria Shurum, Morundosoria Diarna, Narendikiaranda Tokoria, Shiriaria Toromo, Moromo, Moromo. May these words be a mirror, a balm, and a remembrance. You are not broken. You are beautifully attuned. And when your empathy is held in sovereignty, it becomes one of the most powerful forces on this planet. Yete surup od iya, nayatia, nayatia, nayatia. Now repeat after me. I am safe to feel, and I choose to carry what I want to carry. I am safe to feel, and I choose what I carry. My sensitivity is sacred. It connects me to truth. I honor my energy as a divine resource. I release what is not mine with love and ease. I am allowed to protect my peace. My empathy is not a burden. It is a bridge to healing. I anchor into my power, my purpose, and my own light. I am a sovereign empath. I am whole. I am wise. I am free. I am whole. I am wise. I am free. I am whole. I am wise. I am free. I am a sovereign empath. Yetoro soro mukoridia, darasiare diar nukorodia, uromukora saye diar na yatia, orosuk oridia, shiriarna, nariatiar takayedia, moku shitiarnia, Maria tos o orno. Take a deep breath in. Step into gratitude for being here, for receiving these blessings of remembrance, of reclaiming yourself, your light, your power. Thank you, angels, archangels. Thank you, Divine Father, Divine Mother. Thank you, beautiful higher self. Thank you, guides and guardians, for this. It is done, it is done, it is done by the power of three, a perfect Trinity. It is done. Take a deep breath in and out. Go ahead and begin to roll your shoulders, wiggle your fingers and your toes, move your body back into the present here and now. And when you're ready, open your eyes. So, lastly, I want to share with you, for those of you who love to journal, I love to journal. So, I'm always going to be sharing some journaling prompts for you. These are some of the things you can write about. First of all, I want you to write about your experience after listening to this podcast. So, here are the questions. What does it feel like when I am centered in my own energy? And how do I recognize when I'm grounded versus entangled? What emotions, burdens, or energies am I carrying that may not be mine? And how can I lovingly return them? Hopefully, you realize that you have all these answers now. And when have I used my empathy to empower myself or another? And what did that feel like? What boundaries or rituals help me feel safe, sovereign, and supported? This is very important. And where am I ready to reinforce or refine them? If you listen to the podcast today, you already started that process, and you can come back to listen to that part of the channeling over and over and over. The key is a gift that keeps on blessing. And the last journal prompt: what would it look like for me to be an empowered, elevated empath fully? And how would I speak, choose, love, create, or lead from that place? I love this one. All right, my loves. Whew. This was another big one. But we're talking about empaths here, so I'm not playing around because it is my mission to empower as many empaths as possible. If you loved this episode, please share it, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment, leave a review. If you're listening to Apple Podcasts or Spotify, go ahead and leave a review there. It helps this message to reach more people. And if you know people who will benefit from this, please share it with them. Share it far and wide. Again, my mission is to empower as many empaths as possible. I want my empaths to wake up because your power is so needed. It is so needed, beautiful soul. It is so needed. And if you feel like you need that, the tools to learn about the tools, to learn about the rituals, to be held in sacred community, then I invite you to come join the Elevated Empath Container. I'll have the link below. Click on it, come join it. We meet twice a month. If you can't be there live, there's always replays. It's a beautiful community of women, and they all support each other, and they all come in there and learn and share the experiences and grow from there. It is a beautiful place to be. I created it. And the container is a blessing. So I hope that, if it calls you, that you come to join us. All right, my loves. From my heart to yours, always keep shining, keep remembering who you are, keep embodying more of your light. Until next time, bye.